The name of Cross the Ages is a bridge between the physical and the digital. Everything we see now today, is people created something and put it on the metaverse. They're doing that again and again. Imagine that we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna create content on the metaverse and we're gonna get it back on the real world to give the choice and the way for the people loving the collectible card to having NFT. However, they can get NFC, physical card with a chipset inside with all the information on the blockchain. And this is totally unbelievable because we were thinking about that 20 months ago to create choice for the user. This is our objective.
Dear crypto community and blockchain buddies across the globe, welcome back to Kryptonites, the No BS blockchain channel built with the community and for the community. And today we're here at Paris Blockchain Week Summit with one of the legends from France, Samy, CEO of Cross the Ages. Samy, good to see you again, brother. How you doing, bro?
Good?
Yeah, Across the Ages. So Samy, for those who do not know, Gamify Project of the Year, AIBC Summit, but on top of that, this is one of the most incredible stories with a human being who really found the purpose in life. And Samy, if I can bring you back to our very first meeting, you remember AIBC Summit, we're at a bar, and you started talking to me while we're getting drinks, and I saw the little spark in your eye. You became a 12-year-old, passionate about talking. Bring us back to that moment. It was incredible.
So it was in October, so in London 2049. So it was like my first conference in Europe. And then I seen Swissborg. So, oh wow, Swissborg, I have to fish them. I have to talk to them about the project. I need them, the project. I remember that you was here and you say, okay, you know what? I'm trusting you. And I want to give you a chance. And yeah, thank you very much because I'm here today. I sit here today. I know how much you was involved on the project, and thank you.
No,
I wasn't be here if you wasn't like that. So yeah.
I've never felt so much genuine passion, coming very deeply, in that moment. Can you bring us back to Samy? When you were a kid, what brought you to this world? Because you were already a card collector,
right? Yeah. I started card gaming, when I was 9. And with Magic the Gathering. So I started to collect this card. I collected the card for like 28 years now, and I never stop. I do like a Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all like Square Enix game, Guardian, and all these different card gaming. And then, after working on the video game, I was thinking how I can mix all my knowledge, So when you are young, and you want, to share something with the people and about like how the game is working and the mechanism, you want to build something working. So coming, on the crypto space, bringing a game, bringing a card gaming, and also my experience on audiovisual sector allowed me to create something unique.
That makes a lot of sense. And so when you were collecting this whole Magic Gathering, which was a huge phenomenon, right? Like a global phenomenon. I remember you telling me that you got some cards that were worth thousands and thousands of dollars. $500,000.
$500,000.
The Lotus Noir, right?
Absolutely. And the funny story is like I sold 2 Pokemon boxes when I start like before the fundraising of the project, and I sold them for 1 million. 1 million. 1 million euro, So to show you like how, the people are, super interested by the physical card gaming. We have like more than 100 million people playing to the card gaming. It's not like a niche. It's not like somewhere that say, okay, maybe, So Magic and Pokemon are the best card gaming on the world. And the traction on those games is just unbelievable. But they're based, on the universe, on an IP. And this is exactly, the story of Cross the Ages.
that's where you wanted to bridge, right? You're like, okay,
Absolutely.
I love these cards. I play with it. And by the way, I remember doing a video call. You were in your bedroom.
Yeah.
It looked like a gaming center or
Yeah,
shop, right?
absolutely.
You had toys, you had posters, you have boxes of cards.
I'm a super geek. You got me. I'm a super geek, and yeah, this is definitely the thing. You know, when you love something, when you have that passion, I'm not doing that for the money. You know, I already we are owner of studio. We're building game for Nintendo, PS5, PS4, Xbox, and so many projects that we already have enough money to get our independence. So today, the only thing I want to do is the thing that I really love. And when you are passionate by something, you still have it. I seen you like 8 months now, 10 months ago.
Yeah.
Do you see something changing?
Nothing.
Always like the star on the
smile.
eyes.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I still doing my pitch again and again, and I'm not gonna change, because this is exactly, the essence of the project. If you want to bring someone somewhere, you have to trust. You have to trust in what you are saying. You have to believe that this gonna be a game changer. And it's not gonna be like a new NFT project. We worked on this project like 21 months ago. It's like close to 2 years. So yeah, I think this gives us like a big advantage.
So you just mentioned earlier, circling back, you said, I knew that there was a community that loved trading cards and playing, but I want to add a virtual component to it, right? The physical, virtual, and bring it together. What exactly does that mean?
So the name of Cross the Ages, even the name, the bridge, is a bridge between the physical and the digital. Everything we see now today, is people created something and put it on the metaverse. They're doing that again and again. Imagine that we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna create content on the metaverse, and we're gonna get it back on the real world to give the choice and the way for the people loving the collectible card to having NFT. However, they can get NFC, physical card with a chipset inside with all the information on the blockchain. And this is a thing totally unbelievable, because we were thinking about that 20 months ago to create this link and giving the choice for the user. This is exactly what we want to do. This is our objective.
That's amazing. I lived in Japan, as you know, for the past 11
Yes,
years, or
absolutely.
11 years. And literally, like when you go to arcade centers, arcade game centers, they had these physical cards already, right?
Yes.
You just put them on that board and then you swap, you create strategies.
Absolutely.
Were you inspired by this type of culture? or-
Yes, absolutely. You have to understand that, when you spend all your life, like 28 years of your life, to just playing all the card collectible games, you understand what is working and not. So I was inspired by so many Japanese, concept, and like a Yu-Gi-Oh concept and Magic the Gathering concept and League of Legends, like Hearthstone concept. But we created a new kind of experience that is not a copy of a game. So when you play it across the ages, you have something that you never played before. It's absolutely a new kind of experience. And when you see the community behind, it's just stunning. We have 500,000 followers now.
Relative to other GameFi projects, right? You have the NFC, which is already a differentiator.
Yes.
Are there any other things that you're thinking things differently?
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. I was not talking about exclusive info, but I don't give you the essence of the project. So the reality is we based the projects on a lore. We create the whole universe. We have 13 writers and co-writers on the project that build the whole universe of Cross the Ages. You have some superstar winning, the best prize on science fiction and fantasy, and the best book, in Europe. So the thing very interesting is many of our writers sold millions of books, and this created imagine a concept where you have the writer J.K. Rowling, the guy from Game of Thrones, and all together working on the same project. This is exactly what's happened across the ages. We are 150 people on this project. And this project, if you ask me what is the difference between Cross the Ages and other projects, we already hire 80 international artists for the 10 next year. And the same for the writer. And you have the team working on Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Marvel, League of Legends, and all the projects, Matrix, Avatar, Cyberpunk, The Witcher, and all these amazing projects. Where did you see, this such quality, on the project? We spent so long time just to be sure that the artist will be involved and understand what is our objective. We're not here, to do a short or a collection NFT. we're here for the long term.
All right, guys, question of the week. What is your favorite play-to-earn gamified project in crypto? Let us know in the comment section below, and you'll be eligible for a prize. Woo! It's all about building something sustainable, and the team you put together from the music, soundtrack creators, right? The artists, the drawers, the cartoonists, and everything, right? The game devs, it's really an incredible lineup. We'll put some links for people to learn more about that. And so you were talking about sustainability. Last question I want to ask you, Sami, is like, you know, some gamified projects, they kind of go up and they peak and we see them losing momentum, like some of the top 100 blockchain projects. You are a visionary. Like, what is your vision to create something that will last like Magic Gathering cards?
Absolutely right. So if you think about it, take the example of Magic or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, this game. Why those games are still here 20, 30 years after? The IP. IP, the key of success. If you don't build an IP, nothing is possible. But now think about it. If tomorrow you have a problem with the Bitcoin or with the blockchain or with the market or whatever, do you think that Harry Potter will care about that? Do you think that Star Wars will care about that? Absolutely not. And this is exactly how when you build a community and you can bring the people to your world. We created a book already available on the website in 6 languages: French, English, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, and Polish. And every month, we're going to translate the book in new language. Why? Because more you will have people involved in the country, more we're going to translate the book. The book is free. We already made like 150,000 downloads of the book. And people are coming every day, reading the book and say, oh, wow, this is such a high quality. And this is exactly what we want. So to answer properly to your question, we will be there. Whatever you want or not, we will stay here. And we will give like this story and this dream for everyone. Because like people are coming not for, you know, the hype of the game. They don't care about the hype of the game. They're just here because they love the story. They love like the universe. They love like the artists. And when you go in Instagram and check, you know, on all our social media, and you will see a community that you've never seen before.
Yeah, absolutely. And the IP is one of your USPs as well. So you're going to make sure that this evolves.
We created the comics. We do the action figure. We're going to do like everything around, you know, the sound, the music, everything. We build it around. We created a hotel across the ages. We're doing so many things around the project that people say, okay, wow, it's not an NFT project. It's not the new and another gaming project. So this is exactly what we don't want. We don't want to have this image of an NFT project. Or for example, we're not a play to earn. We are a play and earn. And this is all the difference.
Because you want people to intrinsically, you know, come and want to play instead of thinking of rewards all the time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is exactly what you have to do. You know, you have to give that the feeling to the people that they are involved in the project. They have to feel that they are inside the project. And yeah, I think it's the best way, you know, to create the community.
Creating the community, it's all what it's about. And I have one last very difficult question. You ready, Sami?
Please,
Can I ask
ready.
you a very difficult one? What is the geekiest thing you've done or bought in the past? Go deep into the geek hole for us.
So I'm a super fan of manga, you know, the book of manga. I start like to buy the book when I have like 14, and now I have 5,000 book physical, you know, in my home. I'm serious. 5,000, like Enter x Enter, Demon Slayer, like all the manga. I'm a super geek. This is all my life, you know. It's you know, I love to collect, and if you want to ask me how many things, like as a geek, I do so many things that, you know, we can spend hours to tell you what I'm doing on that. But yeah, I find that so cool, you know. We are still like kids, but growing in an adult body, you know.
And I think that's the beauty. Now, like my summary to this is meeting someone who really found his purpose in life and is doing something he loves on a daily basis. And that's what life is all about.
This is exactly my life. You know, everything I made in my life, starting with card gaming, continue with the movie, and finish with production of gaming. Everything I made pushed me to do this project. This is a project of my life. And why it's not going to be any fail. It's going to be a success. I have no choice.
Yes.
I put all my blood, you know, everything inside, not my money, my blood. You know, I'm spending like 16 hours per day, you know, to this project. So we will have an experience that no one get before.
And I'm sure you're going to create a legacy. Thank you so much, Sami, for coming on the show. And guys, for those watching out there, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and blast that bell notification to get access to more of these timeless interviews. Once again, thanks to Sami from Across the Ages. Check out their content. I'll see you next week. Premiere at a PC near you. Wednesday, 8 o'clock BST. See you next week, guys.